deep into the forest. A loud scream of a man echoed through the trees. He was coughing while repeatedly saying that he's about to choke to death, gasping for air. Then he realized something. He was shocked because he was in an unfamiliar place, no longer in his house. He asked himself why he was suddenly in the wild, the trees towering above him like giants. Frantic and confused, he called out for help, his voice echoing through the forest. But the only response was his own panicked breathing. As he looked down at his own body, he noticed that his hair had thickened and had leaves. The man was shocked, realizing he had somehow become a tree. What kind of dream is this? He asked himself, thinking that maybe he was just too busy, so all sorts of things happened. He decided that he'll just go back to sleep. That maybe this is all just a dream, and he'll probably wake up after then. Nothing happened. You must be kidding me. This is crazy. He shouted to himself. He couldn't believe that he just became a tree. He remembered earlier that he was just drinking water, and then everything sunk into him. He realized that while drinking water, he was choking then die. Did I get reincarnated? He asked himself. But the most baffling part was why he had been reborn as a tree. He thought that if he had been transmigrated to another world, he would have been reborn as a cool guy with a harem. Instead, he was a tree with no hands, no limbs, and no way to fight back if something attacked him. And without hands, he can't even do normal exercises like pull-ups. He was sulking. What did he do wrong that this happened to him? He was thinking if there is a way to change everything. Then something hit him. Trees shouldn't have eyes, but why could he see everything around him with a 360-degree view? And instead of sense of smell, he has a sense of feel. An extraordinary sense of feel. In his current state, he is a tree that has 50 branches. And out of all 50 branches, he can only move one. He cannot move the other 49 branches at all. He couldn't also control or move his legs. A thought had hit him. He couldn't move his legs. And just now he can hear the howling of the monster in the distance. If those monsters deep in the forest would want to hurt him, how would he defend himself with only just one branch? Or if a woodpecker finds him? Suddenly, an airplane up above flew past him. With that, he assumed that he is currently in the same era. Suddenly, two bees came buzzing around him. He was so annoyed by its buzzing sound that he attacked them. A double kill. A projection suddenly popped up in front of him, showing data about him. Name, Uziu. Body, mutated willow tree. Longevity, 0.1 out of 20. He realized that the name reflected on the projection is his name from the past, when he was still human. The projection window shows that he can strengthen part of his branches with 0.1 evolution points each branch. He was afraid of the danger everywhere, so he decided to use all his evolution points to strengthening his branches. He can now control 3 of his branches out of 50. He can control them as if they're his arms. He was very happy that his current ability might be a cheat. Then, some bees came buzzing on him. It annoyed him, so he decided to kill all the bees inside the honeycomb. Excited how many evolution points he'll get. After 15 days of living as a tree, our protagonist, Uziu, is already able to control all of his 50 branches. He wrapped around all 50 branches and made it into one, and used his skill, Tornado Pierce, and attacked a boulder. He was shocked by the output. He wasn't even touching the rock but using the airwave. The rock got smashed. He thought of using this skill as his killer move. After 15 days, Uziu became taller. He realized that normal trees won't grow as fast as him. He can also feel his tree roots. He can feel the energy being absorbed. He realized that even without doing anything, he can still grow stronger continuously by absorbing energy faster than any creature. He also have longevity, which means he won't get tired or get sick. And as he continues collecting evolution points, he will continue to grow. And maybe, just maybe, with his growth, he will someday become the world tree. Uziu was lost in his own world, enjoying the newfound freedom that came with being a tree. He had no worries about work, study, or even basic needs like food. But suddenly, A sharp and continuous cry pierced through his thoughts, pulling him back to reality. He looked up to see a nest in a triangle formed by the treetops. A bird's nest. It was very simple and crude nest. In the bird's nest, there were 8 baby birds that were about the size of a fist. They were screaming crazily, and their mouths were wide open as if their mother-in-law was asking for a betrothal gift. As he looked closer, Yuziyu recognized the nest as belonging to a peregrine falcon, a medium-sized bird of prey. An adult peregrine falcon can reach 41 to 50 centimeters in length, and its wingspan can reach 95 to 115 centimeters. When hunting prey, peregrine falcons will quickly fly high in the sky, and then dive down at a speed of 270 to 360 kilometers per hour. If he could train them, this nest of peregrine falcons would probably be very useful. One had to know that the fastest speed of a cheetah was only 120 kilometers per hour. The peregrine falcon, on the other hand, was 3 times as fast as a cheetah. Such speed, if it was hunting, just the pressure it brought was enough to suffocate people. Initially, Yuziyu wanted to use it to replenish evolution points, but when he recognized that this was the children of a medium-sized peregrine falcon, he had a plan in mind. Then it's equivalent to saying that he would get an extra power in the world. Yuziyu was determined to do everything, that no matter how dangerous the world is, he would do everything to survive. The world he transmigrated in is a very dangerous world with mutated creatures everywhere. Tempest wolf, large-size ants, spider queen, a rabbit was seen running. Suddenly Yuziyu swung one of his branch and successfully killed the rabbit. Yuziyu then put the rabbit's body into the mouths of 8 peregrine falcons. He was disgusted by that they are eating. Suddenly, he collected 0.1 evolution point by accepting sunlight. Finally, he collected a total of 1 evolution points. Now that all 50 of his branches are already strengthened, he planned to strengthen his root, then his trunk. He never thought that strengthening the root would cost him 1 evolution points. He then regained his determination because this only means that the tree roots are much more important. As soon as he confirmed strengthening the root, he screamed in pain. He couldn't think straight. He was breathing heavily. The pain felt as if being drilled by an electric drill. A non-stop pain. As soon as the pain faded away, he very amazed by the result while he was happily swinging it around. Compared to the small branches, the strengthened root is like a big black python. This should be the power of evolution points. He can now both move and control his branches and 1 root. He then thought of moving. In his fist attempt in moving his whole trunk, he screamed in so much pain. The pain he's feeling is much more painful compared to being hit by an electric drill. After then, he just surrendered, saying that he should just forget about running because he can't even move. He decided to hide his wand and only strengthen root and to only use it if anything goes wrong. Suddenly, a rustling sound was heard just in front of him. He prepared himself for battle. As he checked the bush, he discovered a small figure lying on the ground. It was a red fox, wounded and barely alive. The red fox didn't die, but the wound is black, which only means that it is poisoned. He also thought to himself that he can use the red fox as evolution points. As he pondered his next move, a system window appeared before him, saying that the branch liquid has the ability to detoxify and can stop bleeding and recover energy. However, after using the liquid, the strengthened branch will lose its power and return back to normal state. He decided to help the red fox to use it as evolution points afterwards. Then the poison was cured. The wound stopped bleeding, and the red fox's energy started recovering. Feeling pleased with his good deed, he decided to attack the red fox after it recovered for evolution points. But before he could even lay a hand on it, he stopped in his tracks. The red fox nuzzled up against Yuziyu. He shouted that a mere evolution points shouldn't dare to rub its body in him. But then the red fox continued, and he couldn't resist its cuteness. Not only did the fur of this red fox look beautiful, it felt warm and comfortable, and also the crystal-like eyes. As he watched, the red fox's body lifted in the air. It was shining blindingly. The system window popped up announcing that the red fox is evolving due to the consumed branch liquid. At this moment, Yuziu noticed. The sharp claws of the red fox is now extremely sharp. Its crystal-like pair of eyes are like burning fire. It looks so much bigger. And its fur is like fire. Then he noticed something about the system window. Level? Rank? Looking at these brand new terms, Yuziu was a little puzzled. He then opened his status window. Sure enough, he did not know that there was an additional level of assessment. And it shows that he is at beginner stage 9. Currently, he was 5 levels stronger than the red fox. He realized that the essence from his branch can speed up a creature's evolution. He got excited when a thought hit him. That maybe one day he would become rank 1, super rank, or that of an immortal level. He was happy because he felt that his progress towards being a godly creature has already started. He learned why the fox came running towards his location. It was that the red fox was being hunted by humans. With a black hole on the red fox body, it seems to be an arrow wound. He divided to become a low key tree so that the humans wouldn't mistake him as a demon tree and kill him. A sudden rustling sound. The fox jumped and went into hiding. Two beautiful humans walked towards him. Then, as if on cue, he hid himself. Then, food were put in front of him as if an offering. The two beautiful girls were praying in front of him because it was actually their father that was buried under his roots. Then he felt that something is wrong. The other girl shouted that she wants to eat the apple. The two girls went to a small pond to shower happily. He suddenly opened his eyes and saw the two beautiful girls. Yuziu was filled with annoyance at the sight of the massive tree blocking his view. The desire to catch a glimpse as the two beautiful girls had him attempting to move his body. An explosion of pain surged in his body. He screamed in agony. He immediately regretted his decision. Finally, the girls departed, leaving behind a promise to come back and visit their father's grave. 1 week passed again. The peaceful canyon has all sorts of hidden danger. A sharp cry sounded. The tranquility in the sky was pierced. Looking up, it was a mutated golden eagle. Its voice had an extreme penetrating power that can pierce one's eardrums. As if on cue, 8 streaks of light flashed down from the sky. Fast. Incredibly fast that Yuziu was so shocked. It was the 8 peregrine falcons. At beginner stage 3. The 8 peregrine falcons simultaneously attacked the mutated golden eagle. But then the mutated golden eagle shrugged off their attack, as if it were nothing. The mutated golden eagle screamed, its voice echoing through the canyon, sending shivers down everyone's spine. Suddenly, the red fox jumped out from behind the golden eagle and sank its teeth into one of its wings. In retaliation, the golden eagle gripped the red fox and smashed it to the ground. However, the golden eagle seemed to realize the mistake he made. Taking the advantage at the moment, Yuziu attacked the golden eagle using the tornado blast technique. His attack went straight through the golden eagle's body, which killed it. Yuziu earned 70 evolution points, all for killing a stage 7 mutated golden eagle. After 2 weeks of feeding life essence to peregrine falcons, their growth rate has increased significantly. The red fox also stayed with Yuziu after saving it. Yuziu realized that a stage 7 mutated golden eagle is already troublesome for him. He couldn't imagine how dangerous it would be if he would face a creature the stage as him. With that, he was determined to become much more stronger. Currently, the 8 peregrine falcons already reached stage 3. And the red fox that he saved is at stage 4. Yuziu already have 70 evolution points. With this he looks forward to become much stronger. Then, to make the falcons and red fox stronger in mind, he happily fed them with life essence. Then suddenly, there was a sudden attack. With one swift blow, his one and only root was destroyed, and his branches were also destroyed. An enormous towering snake appeared. 26 branches have been destroyed. Out of 50 branches you have, only 24 branches were left. He wondered how couldn't sense the enemy. Or maybe he was just too immense in victory. Then it hit him, this creature can hide its aura. He asked the system to show him the attribute panel of the giant creature. Morak Snake. Level: Beginner Stage 9. It seems that his luck has ran out. Of all the creatures to appear, it is the one that counters him. It has a strong fang blade that can perfectly penetrate steel plate, and a tail that is like a war axe that can cut everything. A plant's nemesis. The snake's tail coiled around the cut-down part of Yu's body, which was bad because those have his own essence that can strengthen a creature. The snake was about to smash Yuziu. Yuziu commanded the red fox and peregrine falcons to hide behind his back. At last minute, he was able to block the snake's attack by using two tree roots. His remaining evolution points, 69. He was overwhelmed by how strong the snake is. The giant snake attempted another attack. Yuziu used another evolution point to strengthen another root. All three roots extended to snake and grappled around the body of the snake. Then, he strengthened all of his tree roots, while keeping the snake slightly immobile using his tree roots. He used his remaining tree roots to attack. The snake hissed on impact. It spat out blood due to the impact. However, the attack didn't penetrate and only damaged and created a small crack. He was frustrated because the Morak snake can easily cut him, but his attacks can't even penetrate its body. The snake readied itself to fight again. Yuziu released a strong aura, a very strong killing intent. Then, as if feeling the threat, the Morak snake decided to leave, leaving a giant snake marks on the ground. The red fox and peregrine falcons came close to him, worried if he's okay. Yuziu felt relief. He thought he would die. He was frustrated of how weak he was against the giant snake. He was so frustrated that he let the snake escape. The Morak snake tasted the energy of his essence. It will definitely become stronger. And by forcefully strengthening all 8 tree roots, his core is already about to shatter. Then, the system window suddenly popped up, leaving Yuziu, our protagonist, astounded.